Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we are taking a look at Batman from the Young Justice Invasion. The Invasion is going to be the second season for the Young Justice cartoon series that is starting this Saturday on the Cartoon Network at 10:30 in my area here in Ohio, so check that out. And this is one of the last two figures we are getting from the Young Justice line. I can't say enough good things about Enchanted Toy Chest, where I purchased this from. I placed the order last Sunday, today being Wednesday, the 25th, I believe, of April. The order I placed it on Sunday, so it didn't get processed till Monday, and today being Wednesday, I have it. So in a 4-day turnaround, if you count Sunday, but 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and on Wednesday, I have this figure. They are going to be very rare. I believe they're going to come out in stores, Batman and Kid Flash only, and that'll be the end of the line. I would recommend you probably going to some place like definitely Enchanted Toy Chest. Big Bad Toy Store is another one. Amazon has these for $42, $43. From Enchanted Toy Chest, I paid $33 for Batman. I did not pick up Kid Flash yet. I'm hoping to. I was just very much wanting to get a hold of Batman here to go with Robin, definitely. The packaging, normally I've been doing, with my new camera, I have been doing just the figure already out of the package, but I wanted you to be able to see this, and I'll actually do the unboxing, because he looks so cool in the package. This is the second Batman that I have, because I purchased this one from a China seller. This is the Young Justice Batman here. I picked this up from a China seller for $19.99, free shipping, and it was just Batman. None of the base didn't come with him, no batarangs or gas ball here. It was just Batman. Because once we had heard that the line was getting canceled, like most of us, I kind of thought, great, I'm not going to be able to get Batman or Kid Flash, so I went onto eBay immediately and purchased this one. And then that was on Saturday, and I received this one Tuesday from China, so I think that's pretty good. Placed the order on Saturday, and by Tuesday, yesterday, I have this Batman. And then today, being Wednesday, I get this Batman. So that's what ended up happening to me. I kind of panicked. Thought, well, I'm going to get this Batman. I'm not sure if I'm going to find it in a store around me. I definitely wanted him, even if I can't have anything else that comes with him. So, placed the order on Saturday, and then Sunday night, I thought, I'll just check some of the other online stores, and sure enough, Enchanted Toy Chest had them. I placed the order, called Monday, and they said yes, they would be fulfilling all of the orders that they have with the stock that they have. So once they're out of the stock, they won't be receiving any more. So I currently have two of these guys. I was debating on just keeping this Batman in his package, but I think I may end up reselling this one on eBay, just so somebody else, if they missed the opportunity to get this, should be able to find him online. I'm going to try and sell him here. But we'll take a look at everything. I'll take a look at the packaging, which I think he looks really cool in the package. I like his stance in here. The nice diorama base, which some people say, oh, the price of the figures are up a little high. In the stores, I imagine if you go to Walmart or Meijer or Target, some of those places, when these eventually do come out in the stores, and probably the limited quantity that they're going to be, I believe they're probably going to be $19. Which, that's fine. Getting a nice display base, and I'm somebody that I like those. I'll have them on my shelf. Yes, it takes up a little extra space, but it just looks so impressive in my book. You can see a fully sculpted, extremely posable figure, includes sculpted diorama. This is the new packaging for the Young Justice. And as you can see, some other characters on the package from this season, probably going to be this Saturday. Don't know if they're all going to be in, but you can see we have a Blue Beetle here, Lagoon Boy, and the updated Superboy right here, which Mattel did produce a figure of him and Guardian, but I don't believe we're going to get these in retail or anything. Whatever Mattel decides to do with their line, maybe this particular Superboy will come out. So there's technically two Superboys from the line, but as of right now, I doubt we're going to see them. The other side of the package, We have another updated Robin, which those of us that are Batman fans, that is clearly Tim Drake's costume. With the R that's right there. It's still going to be Dick Grayson, but he's older now, so we'll see how that pans out. Aqualad has also got new armor that they've updated him, and Miss Martian, Megan here, also has a new outfit with shorter hair. So the back of the package, here is the read-up on Batman here. It says, after his parents were murdered, Bruce Wayne dedicated his life to a new mission, fighting crime as the Batman. In order to protect Gotham City and the world, he became a founding member of the Justice League. It says down here to get them all, and the last two figures that will be from this wave, unfortunately, in this line, will be Batman and Kid Flash. So we're missing Miss Martian, and I believe that's it, Miss Martian from the line. So maybe at some point we may get one, who knows. The other figures for Young Justice, that there was a fifth wave. This would have been wave 5, would have been a repaint of a Batman to look like the 70s. Shazam, a Red Arrow, and a Black Manta. That would have been in the 4-inch figure. So this would have been wave 5. Wave 4 would have been Green Lantern, Robin, Artemis, and a Superman. So that would have been wave 4. And you can see they've got the DC Nation up here at the top for Cartoon Network. So let's get into this bad boy. Normally, like I said, I don't do the unboxing on camera, but I'm actually going to, with it being Batman and possibly the last figure from the line. I think this is a package I'm going to keep. The little burst back here, this has something to do with the invasion. I'm not sure what it is, but there's that. And he's got a couple ties here. We'll reach off camera. Grab my handy dandy orange scissors. Cut a couple of the twist ties that are holding the base. Apologize for the loudness this is probably producing, which that all wasn't too bad. And the smoke bombs, batarangs come right out. And looks like there is one twist tie, or one plastic tie, holding in Batman. And there we go. Get things off the side. And I gotta tell you, I didn't say it with the first Batman that I had from this line, from the China one, but I gotta tell you, I think this is my favorite Batman from Mattel. I just love the way he looks. I'm standing on his base here. Hopefully so everyone can see him. I just think these display bases are really cool. He does come with a couple accessories. He comes with a smoke bomb, which I think this is really pretty cool. Kind of a translucent green with a little bit of a white tip coming up. And it does have a hole in the bottom of it. And there's 2 peg holes on the display base. One back here and one up here. So you could have it at either spot. Or you could have it down by him as if he just threw it down on the ground. Of course, with Batman, he has to come with a couple batarangs. And I believe these are the same batarangs that came with Robin. So they just threw 2 more. Robin came with 7 weapons, and Batman is only coming with 3, but the smoke bomb is something completely different that we haven't had before. I think that's actually really pretty cool. I believe in somebody else's review they had Batman holding the smoke bomb. I think you can put it in his thumb. Yeah. So he'd kind of be holding it there if you wanted to have him hold the smoke bomb, or if he's getting ready to throw it. We'll take a look at the display base before we get into Batman here. And I really like this display base. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the display bases. This is the new updated paint scheme. The ones that some people have been reviewing already online, I believe, were like the preview figures, and this was just a flat gray, which I'm not... You kind of see the lighter spots in here. It was this lighter color all the way through. They had since gone back and washed out, or washed some darker gray to give it a little bit of depth and perspective. But there's a little spot up here where if you had Batman standing, you could put his foot up on the base, I think. Kind of doing one of those. Maybe getting ready to leap off the top of the building. Nice little gargoyle here. And I don't have it out with me, but some of the other Batmans that we received, especially the Robins from Wave 16, come with a little grappling hook. I think you could hook the grappling hook to this back portion back here. Turn some light on here. This back portion, and you could have him repel. I'm not sure. You may have to weight down something in this bottom portion to keep it from toppling over, but I think you could possibly do that. And we'll take a look at what I'm going to say is probably one of my favorite Batmans that we've received from Mattel. I think this is a fantastic figure. We'll turn the light off here real quick so you can get a little better look at his face. And you can see the glistening from his suit, a nice little metallic sheen here. All the normal standard DC UC articulation. Just turn at the waist. The belt kind of hinders it a little bit. With the cape, which I think is the coolest feature about this figure, is the way the cape is over the shoulders, which this is how Batman generally is in the comics, and I just really like it. There's not a whole lot of definition in the cape itself. If we bring in this All-Star Batman, you can kind of see the folds in the cape and everything. So this particular cape is just a little bit longer on the All-Star guy here. But I just really like the way this cape looks. And you don't have the tip over even on this little plush table. Of course, now I say he's not going to stand. This Batman will stand pretty well, where the other one is really back heavy and has a hard time standing. And while we're doing that, we'll take a look at a couple of the Batmen here. If I can find my extra trusty base here. Pardon me for a moment. Raise the camera up a little bit. So from the DC Universe, we've received, of course, quite a few different Batmen over the years. These last few years collecting these figures. And, of course, like most people say, oh, we don't need another Batman, like we need a hole in the head, but I really do like this one a lot, as I'm trying to hold some of these guys here. There we go. I've always kind of said that this Batman from the DC superheroes line was always kind of my favorite, but this Young Justice Batman is really leaning to be one of my favorite Batmen. He doesn't have the long spikes on his arm, on his gauntlets there. They're kind of a little short and stubby, but I really like the utility belt. It looks like a normal looking utility belt. It's not as big a pouch as this particular Batman, but yeah, I do like this one a lot. And I'm going to say right now that this is definitely my favorite Batman. If we bring up Robin here on his display base, put the camera back down. think they both definitely look really good together. It's finally good to have a Robin to go with this Batman. It I think really brightens up, makes a nice dynamic duo. And if you could add the other display bases and to give a little bit of a dramatic cityscape here, I think the bases actually work really good together. You've got a Red Arrow's base right here. Of course, there's Robin. Put Batman back on top of his. Like I said, I literally just picked this up right from the post office today. Drove home, my 2-minute drive home from going up to the post office, and instantly opened it up and sat up the table and everything to do the review. So hopefully you guys have dug this. Like I said, now is the time and the opportunity to pick up Batman. The availability in stores is probably going to be very, very sketchy. So I highly recommend EnchantedToyChest.com. They really knocked it out of the park by getting this figure to me within a 3-day turnaround. 4 if you're counting Sunday, the day I actually placed the order, since they don't do any processing on Sundays. But anyway, that's the review, and I'm hoping to pick up Kid Flash, but the Young Justice line is coming to an end, even though the cartoon series is still going on. If you're thinking about picking up this Batman, even though we've already had so many different Batmen, I believe this is really a way to go. I think this is a nice solid Batman all the way around. He's got a great looking cape. It's very soft and pliable. Don't have to worry about tipping over issues that the other Batman have been notoriously having from the DCUC line. So we will end the review right here. Today we've been taking a look at Batman from the Young Justice Invasion line. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues, and signing off and saying we will see you guys next time.